coming at you live from Scorpion's world headquarters for Scorpion Uncut today. Today's guest is going to be Zach from our window film department. Zach, how you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on my first version of this.
All right, we've only got a couple of these under our belt. We're going to hopefully get better with each one, and then we can invite Clayton back for another one. He's still practicing his Chantilly lace version, so you'll be excited to see that in the future. That's a question for you. Your go-to karaoke, let's just start it. Go-to karaoke song.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Okay, I'll give you that one. That's a good one. Zach, tell us about our lines of window film that we have. Tell us about our good, better, best lineup.
Well, probably since the last time that we've seen you guys or spoken to you, some things are similar to what they have been, and then we have some things that we've added. So the carbon line is still the most popular line, our most prominent line. We're probably moving it, would be my guess, of somewhere in the 40 to 50 rolls to one of the next closest thing. Then we have Venom. Venom currently is the same as what it has been since the last time we met. However, back and forth behind the scenes, it's going under some revamping and will probably be changing soon. And my hope for Venom is that it will more closely align with the color hue of the carbon film, which I think the customers will really like. Because right now it has its own unique finish to it compared to any of the other lines of film. It's just hard to mix and match it. It's a great performing film, but I think with what's coming here soon, hopefully we'll be able to announce we've taken care of that problem and it'll fit in more seamlessly. Then Shield's the same as it has been. It's our second most popular film. But late last year, right before Christmas, we launched Shield Plus, as you know, and that's been phenomenal. Shield Plus is an improvement upon the Shield series. We took the 70%, you guys probably remember it as Shield 70 XLT. And that
was a windshield?
Yeah, it was primarily the windshield film, but it blocked 95% IR rejection compared to the rest of Shield, which was just in the 80s, and we made that flow throughout the whole lineup. So now 5 through 70 in the Shield Plus, you get 95% IR rejection and then increased heat rejection. The color's phenomenal, and from what I hear, it even shrinks better than the Shield. So that's really what we have going on in terms of the automotive line.
Let's jump back to your carbon series. You referenced 40 to 1, was that right?
I don't know those numbers off the top of my head, but
it's a gap. There's a gap there.
Significant.
What makes carbon such a popular option?
Honestly, I think that the ease of install compared with the look and the price point, all of it combined is just a sweet spot. You get increased performance from any dyed film on the market. It's much more comparable to a high performance film, but installs better. The black color hue's phenomenal, and then it's hard to beat the price point. I mean, when you get that much more bang for your buck, and especially in today's age with the inflation and the things going on where you can, connect better with the end consumer, help the installer put more money in their pocket, and nobody's feeling like they're really stretching, it works for everybody.
Okay. All right, so that's your automotive lineup. Let's jump over to flat glass. Mm-hmm. Been some changes there, been a lot of energy here. I think you've probably noticed that through some of our media channels. If you read our newsletter. If you don't, please subscribe. The Scorpion Stinger. Tell us about the energy. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I think, and I'll defer most of that to Blake, but I think Blake's done a phenomenal job with the marketing aspect. For those of you who have used our flat glass film for a long time, we had the binders, and those were a big hit. We got away from those, right before the pandemic, and then as the pandemic happened, it's hard to get a hold of anything. It was difficult for supplies. We kind of, backslid on that a little bit. The construction of some of the films changed. We added a couple lines. We dropped some lines. We added VLTs within lines. We went back to the binder. We're doing some marketing boards and different things now, and I think Blake's done a phenomenal job with that. It's catered to the end user, which is nice because now the binder is really a sales tool for the installer. If I were to come to your house with the binder and you and your wife were trying to pick out what you want, the sheets now are labeled on what are your concerns, what are you looking for, what do you need, and it helps guide you directly to what, and then it narrows it down between one or two choices, and you and your wife would pick, and it just helps the flow for the sales process for our customers to the end consumer. It's nice, it's neat, it's clean, it's simple, and yeah, I think the energy's doing well. Again, I think it's a testament to Blake's hard work, and we're pushing it. I think the fact that some of those supply issues are better. You know, everybody throughout the industry struggled there for just a little bit on architectural film. The consistency and making sure it's available, that I feel like we're over the hump there, and it's been this time of year, you know, naturally in warmer weather, all that picks up as well. So it was a good time to be able to hit the ground running.
Okay. So the binder, tell me a little bit more about that binder. You talked, it's a sales tool to show the consumer, the homeowner.
Yeah.
So you put film samples in there for them to actually see and gauge the VLTs.
Yeah.
VLT. We're assuming you don't know that. That's the darkness or the lightness of the film.
Yeah, the visible light transmission. So in the old binder, it was really just for our installer. I mean, there wasn't a lot that could help take it to a job and present it. We had the individual sheets with all the stats on it. That was great. Now the binder has 3 or 5 samples of each product in it. So now you can go and you can leave them with the homeowner. They can put them up on the glass, look at them. The sheets in there, the brochures, estimates, warranties, film to glass shard, all that stuff comes in there. And really we've tailored it more for the residential customer. I think that was probably much more realistic approach for us. We still have commercial films, we still have safety films, we still have anti-graffiti films, we still have all that. But specifically for the binder, it's more catered to a presentation for residential and helping that homeowner, you know, become more comfortable or protect their surfaces, whatever the case may be.
Okay, so if you're watching this, we're going to make the assumption you're familiar with Scorpion, our products. It seems from what I've seen that we're known for bedliners, we're known for the automotive. We don't have that huge group of flat glass installers. Mm-hmm. So, Zach, tell them why they're missing the boat and the opportunity.
Well, number one, I think one of the things that Scorpion does, you know, between the inside sales guy, and it goes from you to Clayton to everybody else as well, but just speaking directly here as an internal domestic sales rep, as long as international distribution rep, but dealing with the domestic customer directly with Blake, Corey, the customer service, the hands-on, it's not, we know your name. You know, we know what you're doing. We understand your business. We're family-owned. We're helping family-owned businesses. When you guys succeed, we succeed. That's what the whole thing is tailored to. And I think that's what you really get. We're taking the time to listen. That was part of this flat glass binder thing. You know, we had surveys. We did phone conversations. Blake did a lot of research, a ton of things, how we could help you guys sell more product and make it easier to understand, make it easier to get your customers to make a decision. And I think it's trending in the right way. You never perfect it,
right.
You know, and we've made small adjustments and turns throughout the way, but it's going really well. And again, I think it's a testament to a lot of what Blake's doing. He's listening, you know, and that's the big thing. You got to listen to the customer. He's listening to what I have to say, what Corey has to say, Josh, yourself, what our customers are saying. All that feedback he's taking in, making decisions, and we're just rolling with it. And I think that the other aspect is the film is good, the colors are great, you know, the install's good, and again, you know, you're not having to pay because it says 3M on the box, you know, and things like that. And I think that plays to our advantage.
I was at a site 2-3 weeks ago with one of our installers here locally doing a flat glass job in Greenwood, and this woman didn't have too many flat glass jobs under her belt, but I tell you what, the end product was amazing. Mm-hmm. The installation went smooth, and I think that is a testament to the film itself. All right, lucrative. Flat glass there's money to be made.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's money to be made. There's a test I keep wanting to kick around, and it's for the golf course, right? We've talked about doing that. I mean, if you're in the industry, take a chance. Talk to Zach, talk to Blake, talk to Corey, talk to Josh, Kelly. Talk to one of the guys and give it a shot. I even installed flat glass film, and believe me, There's no talent here, but it's still in use and it still looks good. Let me see. I want to jump over to back to automotive a little bit. PPF, paint protection film. There's some good stuff going on there. If you've seen our social media channels, you've seen a couple posts here and there, but you're going to see a lot more here in the near future. What can you tell me about the new Scorpion SENTRY PPF?
Yeah, it's exciting. For those of you that have been with us for any length of time, we've been down this road. We had Scorpion paint protection film many years ago, and just to be honest, as many of you know that I am, it didn't work out. For whatever reason, there were several factors, but here over the last, I think it's been roughly 3 years or so, we've had a great partnership with Hexus, and we've been carrying the Hexus Body Fence X paint protection film, and that's been phenomenal. That partnership's been great. Verada and Jess and all of them are phenomenal, and I appreciate and enjoy the relationships there, and hopefully those will continue. But we have had requests both internationally, which is what I deal with, and also domestically, that opportunities have come back up and people are interested, and so we spent a lot of time on this. I didn't want to get it wrong again. I didn't want to do it, not that we intentionally did anything wrong, the last go around, but I just wanted to be. It
wasn't for lack of effort.
No, but I wanted even more effort in this one, and it means a lot to me. And I think we've hit the nail on the head with the SENTRY. As you know, Bo, we're fresh off one of the first trainings that we did a week and a half ago. It was phenomenal. The product is phenomenal. The feedback that we're getting from customers is unbelievable. Matter of fact, unexpectedly this week I sold out of 30 some rolls that we had left. It was gone in less than a day.
That's great.
And the demand is there. The product is great, and I'm excited for what that is, because PPF is one of the fastest growing industries. And there's a lot, and you talk about lucrative on residential. The same can be said for paint protection film.
It's fastest growing, and do you attribute that to car prices? Is it more disposable income?
Well, it's interesting with the car industry dynamic right now, because where people used to, 3 years maybe, now you can't even get new cars. That's a struggle. Yeah. The used car values are through the roof. I think people are holding on to their cars longer. They care about things more, so you want to protect that stuff. And that means something to the consumer, and then obviously that's a benefit to manufacturers and suppliers, that you can sell more product.
Okay. All right, behind the scenes, I'm a support mechanism for the sales team. I've been making certificates. What are these certificates for?
Yeah, so we're doing our own training now. We've always outsourced training for almost everything except for primarily bedliner, although we've been fully capable of doing our own. We just haven't done it. We have a great partnership with the Tent School in Jacksonville on automotive film, and that's going to continue. But we wanted to do something that we could be more hands-on, and we'll continue to utilize our outsourced ventures, but we're offering training now on the SENTRY paint protection film. It's a 2-day training, okay? $750 as of right now for the training. We're going to supply the tools and the film. You're going to leave with a certificate, with us acknowledging.
Very nice one.
Yeah, acknowledging that you went through the steps, that we put you through the ringer, and that you passed, essentially, that you're capable of doing what you need to be able to do to install in a vehicle.
So there's no participation trophies?
No participation trophies, but we'll make it worth your while. You'll be well trained. You'll understand how to do pre-cut kits as well as bulk, and we'll teach you the characteristics of the product, some comparisons between our product and others, and let's just watch it and get to busy. It's going to be a lot of hands-on.
Good deal. Well, there's definitely momentum there with that, and it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see it come to fruition, and I know there's been effort put into it over the years. What else? We've talked about automotive. We've talked about flat. Let's talk about Zach for a minute. Tell us about you, your time here. Talk more about the broad scope of your job. Because one thing that's true with Scorpion, we all wear different hats.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'm in year 9, which is crazy to believe. For any of you who don't know, when I started, Scorpion had about 2.5 or 3 less buildings than it currently has. The window film building was half half of what it is now, at least,
Yeah.
out in the warehouse. I was the only warehouse guy. I did sales, shipping, production, cutting, boxing, ordering POs, and was Josh's, right hand. Josh was traveling a lot back then. I handled pretty much everything of his when he was gone. Did everything. We grew, expanded into a bigger building, then another building. Finally, I got some help, and then eventually it was to the point where I had to be in here full time. And so, but now it's been interesting that some of that's come back full circle because you've experienced this as well on the chemicals. I've been out cutting film a lot this year and rolling down samples and doing things, trying to help where we've been short-staffed and/or the growth, the sheer just amount of orders that we are putting out and the growth of our customer base has been awesome. And in an effort to keep up that efficiency, as long as the one-on-one, there'll be times I'm out there cutting film on the phone with a customer,
When you first mentioned being in the warehouse almost 9 years ago, you did all that stuff. You weren't hands-free then. You didn't have the Bluetooth.
No, didn't have the Bluetooth, so it was a lot of this and printing labels, hurry up and hang up, go cut a bunch of rolls because I knew the phone was going to ring, but it's nice, and it's nice to go out there every now and again and just be out there and cut the film and know what those guys are dealing with, because sometimes when you get out of it, then, it's easy to forget what the production guys have to deal with from time to time, and I want to see what the customers are talking about, how things are getting delivered or presented, and just to be in that loop is nice.
Okay. Here's my shameless plug. Best barbecue in the state of Indiana. I shot high. Normally I say the county. Just want to see what he says.
From my personal experience, I've not eaten at all barbecue places in the state of Indiana, but it would have to come from this very building. I'm waiting on this barbecue off. I've been getting a lot of samples from other members of our staff that aren't you. So I'm losing my sense of taste memory.
I anticipated him saying either Bo's Barbecue or Mayor's Barbecue, and I got neither of those, but I got this building.
Well, I'm telling you,
what? We do have some pretty good pitmasters in this building.
We do. I just keep waiting for the cook-off.
We're trying to make Indiana to compete with the Memphis and the Kansas City and the Carolinas of the world. Indiana barbecue's coming.
I will say for your shameless plug that when we went to Missouri last year on vacation, I was very hopeful on some of the barbecue spots that we went to. And I think every time I took a bite of it, I would look at my wife and I'd go, I don't even know why we pay for this. I could have just asked Bo to make this at home. I mean, it's way better.
Yes.
So,
all right. Hey, Zach, thanks for taking time for us. I appreciate it. Yeah. This is Scorpion Uncut. And remember, Scorpion,
protect what's yours.